welcome to the channel, and today I'm back with another video. I'm going to be giving my ideas for the Halloween franchise. If you like the video, big thumbs up, grab your snacks. It's going to be a long video, and I want your ideas and your thoughts, your theories, and your returning characters, all that in the comments below. Let's get into the video. So, as you know, we'll get Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, which I'm so stoked, so hyped for. But should they continue after Halloween Ends? They can and they shouldn't. Let me explain. Blumhouse basically has come out and said after Halloween Ends, no more Michael and Laurie, that timeline is finished, forget about it. So if they do continue after Halloween Ends, you need to focus on Tommy Doyle, Lindsay Wallace. You need to bring new characters in. You need to focus on other characters. And I think if you want to continue with this timeline of Halloween, you need to kill Laurie off in Halloween Kills. That way there's a purpose for the granddaughter to get killed in Halloween Ends. So that way the granddaughter and the mother are not carried over to the next sequel. You know what I mean, where Michael's not chasing after his family and then kind of giving Michael a purpose, So that too. So should they continue after Halloween Ends? If I'm in the board, if I'm in a meeting room at Blumhouse and I'm talking to Jason Blum, I will go, man, you called it Halloween Ends. Yes, it was the end of the Laurie and Michael timeline. I would go, hey man, hey Jason, you can continue with this, or you can go with this. You can have this or a little bit of this. What do you want? And I will say that to Jason, and then I would go, hey, we never had a Halloween trilogy before. Why not just end it? So yes, I would definitely end this timeline, this John Carpenter timeline, after Halloween Ends. You can continue, but I would end it right there. So the next idea that I have for the franchise is making a Halloween 9 a sequel to Halloween Resurrection. Now, hear me out. Sequels do this every day. You don't have to do what I'm about to say, but you can do it. You can retcon some story arcs from Resurrection. Now, Resurrection was one of the worst Halloween sequels. Now, if y'all don't know what retconning is, it's taking parts of the film out and saying it never existed. Films have did that, and they did it in a very good way. So essentially, you can do that. You can retcon the main girl from Halloween Resurrection, say it was somebody else and she got killed, because I don't want her character to come back. But I can't talk today at all, but I feel like a Halloween 9, that'd be a good sequel, to bring in something, that'd be a sequel to do something new in. A Halloween 9 is your ticket almost. It's almost your ticket. It's almost your ticket because it's not going to have the label remake or reboot. It's going to have the title Halloween 9 in it. You see what I'm saying? So you already got some people on board. So Halloween 9 is almost your ticket to doing something different, pushing this franchise in another direction. So if I made a Halloween 9, I would soft reboot it. I would have possibly Lindsay Wallace coming back. I would possibly have Danielle Harris come back. Maybe this is the sequel for Danielle Harris to come back. Have both Lindsay Wallace and Danielle Harris, or just have Danielle Harris, or just have Lindsay Wallace. But again, Halloween 9 is possible. Do we need a Halloween 9? No, we don't. But as I think about it more and more, some people are not acceptable of a Halloween remake, reboot, or reimagining, whatever you want to call it, which is very understandable. But with the Halloween 9, you already got some people caught. You already got some people caught in the reel of, you got my interest. You may get a Halloween 9. You see what I'm saying? With if you reboot, remake the franchise, you're turning some people off. and then you kind of go, then you kind of got to go back to the same formula, you know. But if you do a remake, but if you do a Halloween 9, you really don't have to go back to the same old beat for beat formula, you know. Other thing that I would do, now as I said, I would bravely now. This is, it's hard for me to say which ones I want more after Halloween ends. Do I want them to continue the trilogy? Do I want a direct sequel to Halloween 4? Do I want them to make a more of a continuation to Halloween 2? What do I want? What? There's so many choices. That thing is so good about the Halloween franchise. There's so many choices. Like, it's so many choices. It's like walking into like a buffet. It has all kinds of food. You got Chinese food. You got all this food. And that's really what the Halloween franchise is almost like. There's so many choices and so many avenues. You know, it's like going down the street. It's like going into a restaurant. There's so many choices. So the other choice, as I said, is a Halloween remake, reboot, whatever you want to call it nowadays. Now, how would I reboot it? Again, a lot of people will hate my Halloween remake. I do think mine will actually get approved. But people will hate it. If y'all don't know, Halloween Returns, that film got canceled and there's a script. Okay, there's already a script. So what I would do is take the Halloween Returns script and put a lot of that. Okay, talk. I will put a lot of the Halloween Returns script in my script. Change some things. I will essentially use the Halloween Returns script. Take some things out, put some of my ideas in there, sprinkle it up, change it up a little bit. That's what I would do. If I would remake Halloween, I would use the Halloween Returns script, change some things around, and I will not have Laurie in my Halloween remake. Now see, right there, I will make people mad right there, because in my Halloween remake, I'm not having no Laurie Strode. I'm not having no Laurie Strode type character. I'm just going to make a Halloween movie. Like, to me, like, if I was given the offer to write a Halloween film, and I did an interview saying, you know, are you doing any callbacks? I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm doing some callbacks, but I'm making a Halloween film. I'm making my Halloween film. And I'm not saying go to the route of white unicorns or white horses and turning Michael into Jason like Rob Zombie did in Halloween 2. I'm not saying show a dysfunctional family. I'm not saying show, ooh, it's Thorn. I'm not saying do anything like that. I'm not saying go that far. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is taking this franchise into another realm. But again, see, like with that, if you do it with a remake, it's so hard to explain, because that's the thing with the Halloween franchise. The fans are so divided, and it's understandable why. But the fans are so divided. You know, you got a group of fans over here that want this, and you got a fan over here that wants this, and you got one fan that wants this over here. That one fan's over here, and you got a group of fans. You got a lot of type of Halloween fans. But I feel like a remake, my type of remake, would get some hate. But my Halloween remake will be very split down the middle. I will have no Laurie Strode in it. I will take big chunks from the Halloween script. Basically use the Halloween Return script. Basically use that script. Have no Laurie Strode. Just show Michael as a force, and have some unique characters that you can get attached to. I would even change some things around. Maybe even have, you know, instead of Lindsay Wallace, instead of like, you know, like how Lindsay Wallace was in the original, she was like a 6-8-year-old little girl. In this, she's a teenager. So in my Halloween remake, Lindsay Wallace would not be a little kid. She would be grown. She would be about 17, 19 in my script. And she will be kind of your lead character. To me, that's what this Halloween franchise needs after Halloween ends. It needs a breath of fresh air, and that breath of fresh air is a new storyline. It's a new storyline. It's new characters, and have Lindsay Wallace in there with some new characters. You know what I mean? To me, that's what this franchise needs after Halloween ends. that's something that I'm glad we're getting Halloween Kills. I'm glad we're getting Halloween Ends. Y'all saw how excited I was. But I feel like after Halloween Ends, they need to end that, call that a trilogy, bookend it, go to something new. I feel like that's probably on Blumhouse's radar, is a remake and reboot. But if you do a remake or reboot, you need to take Laurie out of the equation. As we've seen that. We've seen Laurie and Michael. We see it in the Halloween 2. We've seen it in the original. We've seen it in part 2. We've seen it in H2O. We've seen it in parts of Resurrection. We've seen it in the Halloween remake. We've seen it in the Halloween 2. We saw it in Halloween 2018. We're gonna see it next year. So many times we've seen Laurie. I just feel like, again, it's time to end, and Blumhouse knows that, and I pray that Blumhouse will keep the rights after Halloween Ends. And I feel like Blumhouse will keep the rights after Halloween Ends. Cross the fingers they will. And I feel like Blumhouse will, because Blumhouse is not stupid. Blumhouse knows if they give it to someone else, they're going to do the same thing, and it's going to kill the franchise. Blumhouse knows what they're doing. I feel like a reboot is probably on their radar. And I'm telling you right now, I'm predicting it. If Blumhouse remakes Halloween, it's going to be really different. Get prepared for that. And I'm prepared because I'm open for whatever this franchise has. Like, I'm so acceptable for I am a hardcore Halloween fan. And that's some people say, well, you're not, because you want that. But yeah, I'm a hardcore Halloween fan, but at the same time, I'm open for anything. Long as the film is good, I'm open for anything. I don't care if Michael Myers is riding a unicycle. Okay, I don't want that, but it's just as an example. I don't care if I see Michael in a kitchen cooking, doing a cooking video for YouTube. I don't care. Long as the story's good, there's good gore. Thank you. You know what I mean? As long as there's unique characters, the story's good. Michael's mask is good, the kills are good, the gore's good. That's all you need in a Halloween film, and some other little things sprinkled in. To me, them were some of the ideals, and I'm gonna, get some more. But going over some of my ideals I just talked about them doing a Halloween after Halloween Ends. I just talked about a Halloween reboot, a Halloween remake, whatever you want to call it. How would I do that? Now, for the juicy stuff. Now, this is what I really, really want. You could do a one-off, or do 10 films of it if you want. But if I had to pick, okay, let's say Halloween so let's say Halloween Ends just came out and Blumhouse called me up. Let's say Blumhouse called me up. And they say, hey, we're going to give Halloween a rest. We'll give this franchise a rest, but we need some ideas, Kyle. What will you give us? And I will say mine, and then they will lay out some of the choices for me to pick. They will pick these choices out for me. They will pick a reboot out for me. They will pick a reboot, a Halloween 9. They will pick a Halloween reboot, or a Halloween 9, or a direct sequel to Halloween 4. Out of them choices that they gave me, I'd say that out of the choices they would give me, guess which one I'm going to pick? A direct sequel to Halloween 4. You're talking about Halloween 4, one of the best Halloween films in the franchise, in my opinion. Halloween 1, Halloween 4, Halloween 2018, they're the best in the franchise. Halloween 1, Halloween 4, Halloween 2018, best in the franchise, in my opinion. And if you make a direct sequel to Halloween 4, wow. Like, it will be amazing. It really would be amazing. Because Halloween 4 had that great ending. It had that great twist ending. And, Danielle Harris needs to come back to this franchise. She deserves to come back to this franchise. She loves this franchise. She loves horror. She's talked about how much she loves this franchise and understands this franchise and understands this genre. She loves this genre. So basically that's what I would do. Like, I would write the script. I would get Danielle on the phone saying, hey, I made a script just for you. Like, I made a script for you, and That's what I would do. Like, I would make a direct sequel to Halloween 4. Have Michael doing some random kills, which I really want to see them do in Halloween Kills, is just have Michael, like, slaughter about 15 to more people. To me, because Michael should be a random killer, and he is a random killer, but you know what I mean? We haven't really seen that on screen. But back to my topic, I really want a direct sequel to Halloween 4. We deserve it. Danielle deserves it. We deserve it. Danielle deserves it. And not a lot of people talk about the potential of a direct sequel to Halloween 4. You're opening a lot of doors when you do that. You're opening a ton of doors, and I love it. To have Danielle come back in this version of what I would do, it'd be amazing. It would be amazing. It really, really would, because again, you're giving her respect, you're giving us fans respect, because Halloween 5 was trash, let's face that. So them to do a direct sequel to Halloween 4 should be on Blumhouse's radar, and I know Blumhouse is not watching this, but if they are, hey Blumhouse, after Halloween ends, can you give me a direct sequel to Halloween 4, or give me a concept on how would you do it? Because I know how I would do it. I would have the film focus on Danielle, and not copy Halloween 2018, not copy Halloween 2 Rob Zombie, not copy Halloween H2O, but I would like to see her scars. I want to see Danielle's scars. I want to see Jamie Lloyd's, Danielle's scars. I want to see how that night of Halloween 4, because she was a young kid. I want to see how that night affected her. How did that affect her? Mentally and physically, how did that affect her? How did that affect her day-to-day life? We saw it with Laurie, but we need to see it with Danielle. We need to see it with Tommy Doyle. We need to see it with Lindsay Wallace. How has it affected these characters? To me, that's your door right there. That's your door right there. Other things you can do with this sequel, you can make again, I hate Halloween 5, but you can retcon some things with Halloween 5. You can make a direct sequel to Halloween 5. You really could do that. Don't know how that would necessarily work, but you can do it. Now, I've thought about this many times. I've thought about this, and I thought about it. Maybe do a direct sequel to Halloween 6 now. Hold on. Here we come with the hate comments. I love Halloween 6, but there's parts I don't like about it. I hate the thorn, I hate all that, but if you do make a direct sequel to Halloween 6, you retcon Jamie Lloyd's death, you retcon that, you retcon the cult, you retcon the Men in Black, you retcon all that, you can have something good on your hands. But I don't think they should make a direct sequel to Halloween 6, because you would have to retcon a lot of things. And for the general audience probably only seen Halloween 1 or Halloween 2, or they've seen all these films, but they're not very familiar with the films. So, if you do make a direct sequel to Halloween 6, you're really not catering to the general audience. You're only catering to us hardcore fans, which is awesome, but the film has to be successful to get more Halloween films. So you have to really cater to two sides in order for the film to be successful. Now, like I said, I really want a direct sequel to Halloween 4. I would be happy with any of these ideas. A lot of these ideas are very possible. But out of all these ideas, which ones I feel like are more possible is a Halloween reboot, a Halloween remake, reimagining. Watch. I'm predicting it. I am predicting it. 2 years later, after Halloween ends, Blumhouse is going to announce a Halloween reboot, a Halloween reimagining, and they're going to give us something epic. I'm telling you, I'm predicting it now. 2 years or 3 years after Halloween ends, a Halloween reboot will be announced, and Blumhouse will give us something epic and special, like they did with Halloween 2018. I'm predicting it. I'm predicting it right now. But, like, for real, like, I would like to see, like, Danielle Harris come back to the franchise, that she deserves it, and I would like to see, like, Lindsay Wallace is I talk about, and there's even like side characters, like that sheriff from Halloween 2018. Do you know that sheriff like with the big cowboy hat? Like I want him in Halloween Kills. I want to see how that night affected him. You see what I'm saying? Like there's so many characters. That's another thing I love about the Halloween franchise. You got side characters too that can be affected by this, which I really love. So if you did enjoy my long video, give me a big thumbs up. Please subscribe, turn on post notifications, comment below some of your Halloween theories. I'll catch everyone in the next video.